almost done with my first client appointment. We're actually kind of done with the work part. Now we're going to have lunch with the whole team, or part of the team. During a break in this last client appointment, I was on the phone with a friend of mine, and we were talking about professional work, and the whole concept of timesheets came up. And this gives me an opportunity to talk not so much about timesheets, but how you structure your business model when labor is such a huge part of your cost. I just realized I left the parking lot. I had lunch today with this team at the restaurant that I filmed my second ever video in. It seems like forever ago. This part isn't exactly rocket science. The best way to guarantee that you get the profits you want is to fix your prices and fix your costs. Because if everything's fixed, then you know going into it what you're gonna make. And as simple as that sounds, it's interesting to me that business owners drift away from that and get themselves into a situation where their revenue is fixed, but their costs are variable, which is not such a good scenario. See, most businesses are not cost plus pricing. They have a fixed fee that they charge the customer. But when they have variable labor, almost always, if it varies, it goes up, not down. Which means you've got a set amount that you're gonna be able to collect from your customer, and your costs are down here. And as your costs creep up, it starts to eliminate all of the profit in the job. What was interesting in this scenario that we were talking about is the business had already fixed its labor rate. It was paying people salary for professional positions, and they were considering a move to hourly wages, which makes absolutely no sense to me. If you'd already established a fixed price that you're going to charge your customers, and you already established a fixed cost that you're going to pay your employees, why in the world would you move to something that could be variable that had nothing to do with revenue? The amount of time it takes an employee to do something generally has no bearing on what you can charge the customer. In fact, they usually go in the opposite direction. Customers are much happier to pay more to have somebody do something in less time. But if what your costs are based on is tied to the hours that your employees work, then your employees have a disincentive. If they work more, if they make the customer wait longer, they can get paid more, and the employees are happy, but the customers are unhappy. That kind of disconnect, it baffles me that business owners don't see this more often in the decisions they're getting ready to make. When it comes to labor, especially professional labor, your best option is to actually incentivize your professionals to get more done in less time by giving them a piece of the action. Instead of paying them salary, instead of paying them an hourly rate, why not say, I'm going to pay you a percentage of all the work that you do in the firm. So if we're charging the client $1,000, I'm going to give you 40% of that, or 50% of that, or whatever the economics work out to be for your market and the type of work that you're doing, the type of professionals that you're going to have to hire. At the end of the day, you don't care how long it takes them. All you care about is that whether the customer is happy, first of all, and number two, whether you can control the costs that go into making that customer happy so that you can turn the desired profit. It's pretty simple, but when you get sidetracked and trying to micromanaging about how many hours people work, or whether they're showing up on time, or whether they're... I just don't get it. None of that stuff matters. If you're paying professionals, you should have hired people that you don't have to watch over their shoulder all the time. Give them an incentive to actually do the work faster, better, cheaper, and share in the rewards for it. Because if they're getting paid a percentage and they do it faster, it means they have more time to do other stuff, like hang out with their family or take on more clients for you and make even more money. And you don't have to train new people, you don't have to buy new equipment, you don't have to invest in more floor space, because that one person has become tremendously more productive. See you guys tomorrow.
I wanna put all my troubles into a free fall.